want to talk about trading gurus being exposed so you don't lose your money. Now, this is a list of gurus that the Finance Illustrated channel checks out. I've seen this video multiple times, and it really helped me out when I created this channel, or part of this channel, recently last year, because he goes through and has like a checklist, like, you know, pretty much tells you what happens when you follow fake gurus or traders of influence that either make some ridiculous claims or actually very helpful. Some of these people I agree on his analysis, some people I don't, so we're going to dive through and figure it all out, because some of these gurus say such ridiculous things that anyone should put them on the fake guru checklist. So let's run it. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. I know you guys, we are live, so if, once again, you can ask me live and we can talk about it. Let's run it.
Look, if you've ever tried to learn anything about trading on YouTube, you've probably seen some of these YouTube trading gurus. If you spot your favorite YouTuber there, ask yourself a simple question. Can you trust him, and why? And leave it down in the comments and tell me what exactly do you like about his content. In this video, you will find out the results I found out. Who wants to teach you something and wants you to be a better trader? Who wants to make money off of you by selling you some courses and wasting your time with rented supercars and flashy houses and selling the trading lifestyle, but basically the only real trading experience they have is selling snake oil to you guys, and whose videos are simply a waste of time?
Now, there's a lot of it. I mean, right before he gets into that clip, it just shows that that when it comes to making videos on YouTube, a lot of people already have, you know, the setup of the cars, the girls, the whole like presence of trading. And once you get that down, you can garner a large audience to the point where you start selling these courses, and then it becomes hard to tell if they're legit or not and what are their motives. You know, we have like stuff like Swaggy C, stuff like, you know, some of the more popular YouTubers out there making some really good content, but it's not really valuable. Well, what's running more?
Things, money, and time.
And also, we got some comments from Alexander. You can tell me if you do it or not, or no. If you are not gonna do it, just let me know. We got a. He said, "Dip." He said, "Pimp and dip, expose them. You just left it." And what about Ray-Bans? There's a lot of things about that. I tell people, like, once again, you want me to if you want to get on the exposure list or for me to point it out, just join the membership. It helps out so I can buy these guys courses. We can stream them live, and also they have a priority list too. So even with my own list, I try to go through and knock out 2 a day. I actually did a video earlier today on Don Vo, so you can check that out.
We only think about money here. We're gonna get our money right, and we're gonna get it right. So come on in. We got some crypto trading here, some news for us, our new European indices, super trading working for us. Obviously, the face is classified. Right now, we have the U.S. markets open. European markets are just about to close. And basically, this is the station. This is where we're making money. This is where the business happens. It's all so. If you want to learn how to do this, very straightforward. Buy my course, live like this. See.
I like this. The CIA Forex tactic. Snake McMoney's complete trading course. Get now for $999.
And I just wanted to mention, at the end of this video, you will also find out about my dirty secrets. And behind me there, I'll have my own Finance Illustrated ranking. Which category the trader belongs to, either educate, entertain, or avoid it all. And the snake oil ranking. So the snake oil ranking of 0 means that's an honest trader. He just wants you to be a better trader by watching his videos and learning from him. And of course, the snake oil rating of 5. That means that this YouTube guru, all he wants to do is just get your money out of your pocket and into his. It's just full of essentially selling an illusion about what trading is. There's going to be facts, there's going to be reasons why each trader fell into that particular ranking. And of course, I don't want anyone to feel offended. So in the end, it's just my opinion. You guys ready? You guys ready? Let's go.
Hey, what's up, my friends?
Now, this one was actually interesting. He put Rayner on a very different level than I would have put him on.
It's none other than
First
of all, I really like this guy's videos. I think he's funny. I like his accent.
Hey, what's up, my friend? Hey, what's up, my friend? So here's the thing, right?
Of course, the information he provides is also, it means something. I mean, 728,000 subscribers kind of tells you something. But when looking at his background, like looking at what is his own experience with trading, well, in his own words, after the mandatory military service in Singapore, which you have to do if you're from Singapore, he studied at the University of London. And then he worked for a company called United Alliance Capital as a futures trader. So he says he's been trading for 11 years now. That's all cool, but I cannot prove that. Only Rayner himself knows the truth about it. But what made me trust him is that he's been posting consistently like the same type of trading video since 2013.
Now, about Rayner, like, one of the biggest things about him, like, it would be helpful if he would actually just, you know, trade live a lot more than what I saw. I think my last review, actually we got a comment. Pip and dip is scamming right now. We need to talk about the ones that scamming now, so you can save people from losing $997 and no one else talked about them. I mean, I can check them out, man. There's a lot of people who contact me with a bunch of people. Like, the list is nearly, what, 6 or 7 pages now? So I'll try to get to them, man. Like I said, like, some of this type of research is a lot harder than people expect. If you're doing like 6 or 7 hours of research to, you know, determine if someone is a fake guru or an hour or maybe in the middle, that still takes time. So I'm still working on multiple other videos as I'm working on like this one right here. So this one was actually an easier one to talk about, since it's just a reaction video to help you guys get in the mindset of how to break down other traders. And actually, I like how he breaks down things too.
Just explaining the basics, like best forex entries, what is support and resistance, things along those lines. Very straightforward. I also respect the fact that he's trying to answer some of the criticisms about him. He's posted this video about like exposing himself. He literally took his shirt off to expose himself. But in that video, he's actually showing like his history, what is his background, things along those lines. And also, he has showed his real trading account with like almost like $300,000. But ironically, the link to that broker is missing.
Now that to me is like the biggest red flag. When gurus like start to do stuff like that, or supposed gurus block that information, we typically see that across the board. They'll start blocking the thing. It's kind of like a Mr. PFX. Mr. PFX will only show certain types or parts of his account, and then we can only use like the tracking ID or of the trade. So we're missing so much information that we can conclude that he actually removes that information, so we can't see if he's a live or a demo account. So when we see stuff like that from Rayner, and he showed an obvious example of that, then it just screams to me that he's possibly more on the fake guru side than the actual legit side, because we're going to get into his sales right here.
Usually in his videos, his face is somewhere down here or here, but in this video, put his face over the link. And of course, naturally, some of us, especially me, when I'm investigating these things, I would love to know what kind of broker this guy is using. Because personally, I can tell you straight up, I can pay like $2,000 to a web developer to basically write a simple code for a trading platform. And I can just enter whatever values I want, like 10 million, 100,000, whatever, and show it as my real trading account with proof of my trades and how much profits I made and things like that. It's very easy to do. So I was a bit bummed out that Rayner covered the link to this trading platform that he's using. Did he do that on purpose? Only he himself knows that. To be honest, I don't think anyone is paying Rayner to make these videos. It's not like doing paid promotions and advertising for some other people. I don't think that's the case. What it looks like to me is that he has created his own brand while presenting a lot of information.
Now, actually, we talked to one of the DMs or one of the admins in Swaggy C's Academy, or he left, and he said something interesting about Trustpilot, how they were getting random people or getting a collection of people to boost up and basically add good reviews to the Trustpilot. So could this happen on here? I think it is possible, because when I did my last review of Rayner, you guys can see right here, let me bring it up a little bit. Like, to me, he is a lot more legit than we're talking about like the other fake gurus, but there's still like that transparency missing, long-term broker statements and stuff like that. Like, there's so many things missing that it's hard to even verify if he's a part of that clique or not, But we'll get into a little bit more
information for free here on YouTube and also his website. And then at the end of it, if you're up for it, you can sign up to this Pro Traders Edge program that he has. It's priced at $49 and $99 a month. So one is the premium, one is the elite version. And you will get like the premium trading strategy guides, weekly trade alerts, live Q&A sessions with him, something like that. Personally, I won't pay for it. I don't need it. But I like the fact that this product is not like shoved down your throat and he's not presenting it in every video. It's like sort of a matter of fact thing next to his content.
Like a Dapo Willis every couple of seconds. Click the link below. Click the link below. I mean, Dapo Willis shoves it down your throat every few seconds just for him to talk about his $100 million trade or $300 million portfolio. You know what I mean?
And which he posts for free. So there won't be any pretty chicks here, no Lamborghinis, no Ferraris, just simple information about trading. And in the end, you can go to that members club if you're up for it. I don't think that's anything bad. So I will give Rayner a snake oil rating of 1 because of that broken link thing, and I'm going to put him in the educational section.
Interesting. I don't know about this one right here. Where would you guys place him at? Because like, I know he's not entertaining. It's not on the faker side, but maybe a little bit lower. Maybe like a 2 or a 3. But maybe same categories. Alex, so for me to do that, it's gonna take a lot of time, man. I put it on the list to see if I can knock it out because I do like a pre-run when I'm looking at things to see how much time it will take. And for him, I haven't even got to yours yet. I've been, like I said, there's a lot of people who are on there. There's the videos I'm still editing and making. So
the next guy I found is something in between a video editor, a wizard, a cardistry master, and somewhere along the lines also an investor. Of course, it's none other than Andrei Jikh. You see what I did there, Andrei? Magician too. I cannot deny that Andrei has some really cool videos. They're very well made, very great editing on them, actually funny and interesting. But should you learn from him? I don't think so. And that's
this is something I like. And when it comes to YouTube, like people who have really well edited videos, some of these guys have such good videos. Like who has really good videos? Swaggy C has, I mean, not in the sense like of them being valuable, but just well edited. Kelly OG has really well edited videos. Who else? I mean, we can go through the whole guru checklist. Like, I mean, whole guru people have been exposing. Many of them have really well edited videos and have all the vehicles, all the cars right in the right place to get people to buy into the hype.
because Andrei is first and foremost a very good entertainer. He actually comes from a family of circus performers. I just found it somewhere. Sorry, Andrei, that's not true. So he's a great entertainer, but he's not sharing any like practical methods on how to start investing or how to learn investing and how to make money. He's basing it on his own experience. And what works for him might not work for you because he has a whole different life, you know, whole different story how he even got to trading. How did he even get the money to get to trading? Also, while digging on the dark web, I actually found out how Andrei made his money when he had only 100,000 subscribers. Now he has 1 million. So back then, how did he make money? Even better, how did I find it? Well, he said it himself on Reddit. So he made money with AdSense revenue, Patreon, Amazon affiliate store, some business of selling playing cards, dividend income investments, that's basically buying high dividend yield stocks, and then making money from those dividends, and then stock affiliate signups.
This is not a paid or a promotional advertisement by Webull or anyone else.
Now, the issue is about him, since this is an older video, he's not talking about the FTX, debacle, all the crypto pump and dumps. And I think, was Andrei Jikh with, actually let me look this up, was Andrei Jikh with the Millennial Money crew? Like, don't put me to the fire on that, but do you guys know anything about Millennial Money, how they deleted the channel, the whole FTX debacle? Let me look this up. Andrei Jikh, FTX. Let me see. I think he was part of it too. Yeah, Jeremy Financial, Andrei Jikh, and Grant Stephan. Yo, what's good, fellas? How's everybody? Who are we exposing today? Now we're actually kind of like exposing.
So in essence, Andrei's been making bank for a while. He's a financially clever guy who's gained a lot of success on YouTube. He knows how to sell the idea about financial independence and investing based on his own experience trading stocks since he was 19. Of course, you won't get any dumber watching these videos, that's for sure. I want to emphasize that they're very well made, but I don't think that you will find any practical methods to actually get you off the ground with investing. He's sharing his own experience. And also, on Reddit, he said he's making money with paid promotions. But in some of his videos, he's saying that he's not affiliated with a certain platform. Now, maybe it was just that platform, but it smells a little bit like snake oil, so I'll give Andrei a rating of 1, no offense, and I'm going to put him in the entertainment category.
Now, for this guys, I see how he put him in the entertainment, but to me, it would be a whole lot. He is entertainment. He does talk about, stuff on Robinhood. I don't think about Webull, but the main thing is that whole FTX debacle destroyed his reputation so badly. But to me, it would be either a 3 or a 4 right here. Ramiro Orozco. What's up, man?
You know what that smile says? I don't give a damn about what any of you say.
This
I'm the youngest millionaire in Arizona. He's happy. He's making millions.
He's actually on the list too. And like exposing him would be part of it, but like to me, like if I had to go through and expose Gutierrez about this stuff, I mean, there's CoffeeZilla's video. There's so many other people who expose this guy. So, I mean, if you guys want me to expose him, I know he's on the list, but, diving deep to his new content would just be kind of like a rehash of the same thing. That's why I kind of like avoid, like, ICT and stuff like that.
I mean, look at him. Name's Ricky Gutierrez. Like, 4 out of 6 of this guy's most popular videos is just straight up flexing. A day in the life with Arizona's youngest millionaire, the boring life of stock trading millionaire, how I became one of the youngest millionaires. All is just about millionaire, money, McLarens, Nissans, and
And that's one of the like reasons how we added that, or I added that checklist to the, you know, a day in the millionaire or something like that. Because you know, when it comes to these guys having a multi-millionaire lifestyle and always constantly sharing it, and then talking about, you know, click the link below.
Cool trading lifestyle. So without even looking at the rest of his videos, I could already get a sense of what this guy is all about. Basically, loads of money, fast cars, properties. That's a trading lifestyle, and you can live like that too. Simply buy the 10-hour
Learn time profit. Learn time profit. Learn time profit. Learn time profit. The learn time profit.
course, and you can learn how to live like this. It's only $360. Sounds fairly simple, right? Believe me, most of the people that I know are actually professional traders with trading education, like financial education, guys who work for stock exchanges and investment banks. I mean, they're overstressed, they're overworked, and they drive a 5-year-old Audi, not the newest McLaren like Ricky does. It's simply not as easy as it looks.
Yeah.
Of course, you can make money day trading like him, but making millions at a young age, day trading, starting from zero, that's super fishy. Now, to get to my point, I think Ricky does actually trade. He's like making live trading videos where he's trading with $100,000 per day. And he himself has said that he consistently makes 1% profit each day.
You go with 1% a day, 5% a week.
That's trading
1% a day, 5% a week. Like, this is like the beginning of ridiculous claims. And a lot of these newer people into the Forex or into trading just in general, when they hear stuff like that, they're like, wow, if I can make 1% a day on a consistent basis for, like, you start to really think about it, 1% a day or up to 5% a day, and then you start really breaking down, like, man, this is really bad information. Like, this is the stuff that, like, gets people to click the link below. You know, I'm sorry about the no Dapo Willis link right now, but it's interesting that, like, he even says this, well, and then when people ask him about it and show evidence, you don't see that anywhere.
with 100,000, yeah? So 1% profit, that means 1,000 per day. As we know, there are 253 trading days in a year. So if he's making 1% profit each of those days, that means he's making 253% profit per year.
My goal on a weekly basis is 10 to 15%, and I've been doing this for years.
10 to 15% per week? Like, I wonder if he hears himself, like, he actually would walk it back and actually think it through. Because when you're talking about 10 to 15% per week, you're literally, like, even if he says he's been doing this for years, his $100,000 account will be extremely large by now. He doesn't even talk about losses either. But if you're talking about 1% a day, you're profiting daily.
I can tell you straight up, if that was true, the world's largest investment banks and hedge funds and stock exchanges would be running after this guy so he can make them money. Those results are...
We got a comment from Almighty Earth. Who's honest? Who's an honest, legit guru then? Well, just go to the Discord, and I just published the last update for the guru checklist. I'm not guru checklist. The people who I think was legit and people I've reviewed. These people who actually show their P&L, do live trading, show off everything. We got, I mean, if you haven't seen it, here's some easy ones. Max Convexity, Trader Nick, Victoria Media, Tory Trades. Like, there's a whole bunch of people on that list that are pretty good that would definitely teach you some good information. Now, I don't know about their paid services, but their free content they show enough to determine if they're actually legit or not.
simply ridiculous. In my past 5 years of trading, I think the best year ever was 2017, and I think I made like 28% return over the course of the year, and I don't think I will replicate those results anytime soon, because that for me was quite a big result actually. And so 253% Ricky, I'm super bearish on that. I don't think Ricky made his millions by day trading. This kind of lifestyle hasn't come from trading, but from selling the courses, maybe some properties, real estate, other things. Now, when Ricky was asked himself, why does a millionaire trader need to sell courses? He had a hard time answering the question.
In 3 sentences.
I like this part, man. This is like, if they ask Swaggy C the same thing, I wish they can get him in the exact same way.
Or less. If you're a millionaire, why sell a course?
Okay. There was never like, okay.
Of course, that doesn't mean he's a scammer, because technically he's not doing any scams, he's just selling the course, like every 10 seconds of every video. And if you think about it, he only needs to sell 2,770 courses for $361 each, and he's made $1 million. Basically, that's 0.3% of his subscribers that bring him $1 million. He's a great marketer.
It's actually, when it comes to marketing, like someone who's did a very similar thing is that Alex FG guy. So he talked about something very similar, not making 1% a day, but he made a ridiculous claim of going from $100 to, what is it, $100 to a million Alex G. Now, if you have not seen that, this is the type of stuff that really gets people to buy into that paid product. Like, he was selling, like this guy here, Alex, was selling his stuff for $3,000. I think it was $3,500 or $3,000 to $3,500 per person for the boot camp. And he was talking about making all these ridiculous gains. We don't, well, once again, I've not made a video about him specifically in some time, but when you start really going down why they make this type of content and then randomly have a solution for it, and that solution is for, you know, click the link below, it makes sense now, because the business model is selling of the course and not the actual trading. And when it comes to him making 1% a day, I don't think we're ever going to see any type of evidence of him making 1% a day.
Great salesman, cannot deny that. And if you just assume that great marketers have around 2 to 5% conversion rate, it's pretty clear that most of his money, most of his millions, most of his lifestyle has come from selling this course. It's a very basic principle. In his case, it's obviously working because people are watching, people trust him. But the main reason why you're on his channel is so you would buy that
Learn Plan Profit
course. I think I've heard it about 1,000 times for the past few days. So Ricky,
And that's one thing that him and like Dapo Willis have in common. They will preach and preach about their course constantly. Like, you just watch the video, learn plan profit, learn plan profit. I was remember watching his stuff. I'm like, does he just say this over and over, like on repeat? Kind of like he has his own little clip of him saying it. And then Dapo Willis would be the exact same thing, but two different markets.
slithers on rank 4 on our snake hole chart.
Yeah, this one I agree with, 100%.
You're doing great, then why bother selling course?
Exactly.
The next guy we're going to be looking at is a real estate agent, self-help motivator, investor, personal finance guru, everything in between.
And someone who's been caught in multiple shenanigans. I mean, we had obviously the FTX, Millennial Money, that land company thing, and also, I mean, there's like 3 or 4 scams he get. Oh yeah, and not Yada. What's that bank? I started an account with them too, and I can't withdraw my money. I forgot the name of the bank. Oh, give me a second. Is it Yada, Yandex, or you guys know what I'm talking about? But this bank he had some influence in or had some connection to was pushing it, and now even for myself, I cannot withdraw money. It's been nearly a year, and I still can't withdraw money out of the bank account. Thank you to influencers like this.
I'm not saying that in a condescending way. I really like Graham's energy. He's a successful guy, but the question is, can he teach you, can he give you some practical knowledge about trading? And I think the answer to that is 50-50. So the first thing you need to understand why Graham may come across as fishy, because he really is a salesman. That's what the real estate business is all about.
Very good salesman. I mean, his videos, I mean, I remember he was talking about how much money he makes from YouTube, because he, you know, he'll show it off and tell people how much money he makes, and then versus he makes from the real estate market. And I'm like, this guy can make really good edited videos, communicate exactly, you know, to the point, and then have, you know, sales in the background. Now, he wasn't as bad as like Meet Kevin. Like Meet Kevin was horrible, ruthless when it comes to selling. This guy here, I mean, he was kind of like a light mode Meet Kevin.
Just selling something to other people. In his case, he's selling houses to other people. And he was quite good at that, by the way. So the feeling never left me that he's trying to sell me something, even if that's not the case. I don't think he's trying to lure you into any courses or sell you something. He's pretty open about where he makes his money, where his money is coming from, how much he makes on YouTube. So in that regard, he's very transparent. Aside from the Photoshop broker thumbnails, Graham does have some solid advice about money management, saving money, personal finance, and everything in between. And although his style is not as entertaining for me as his good buddy Andrei's, he does offer a lot of common sense personal finance tips, and it's catchy for people who just want to make some extra money or maybe save some money that they already have, but they didn't know they had it. You can definitely learn something from Graham in the personal finance aspect. He can help you save money, understand how to think like an investor, but he's not talking about basics of trading. I keep going back to this, the basics of trading. What is a buy and sell? What kind of strategy do you need to have? And what you should be focusing on? Because most of his videos are actually concerning personal finance and real estate. So we'll give him a low snake oil rating, but we'll put him in the avoid category. No offense, Graham. Avoid only means regarding learning how to trade.
Especially, man, that whole FTX thing. I would probably put him like a 2 or a 3, just because that whole FTX debacle really killed it, man. I mean, for me, even when I saw that on YouTube, all the people, you know, talking about FTX, how the broker is absolutely amazing. I'm like, isn't it awkward that all these celebrities are pushing it, all the YouTubers are pushing it? Like, this is one of those things that, like, when I see so many people doing it, you might want to stay away from it. Which was actually in my view, it was actually very beneficial because I was in crypto as of last year, but now completely out.
If you dream of being a real estate agent, or maybe you just want to save some money, you can watch Away Grain is a good choice. You know, I was thinking about something the other day. How cool would it be if you could just avoid going to finance schools and universities and just hire a professor who could teach you something for free? And you know, while I was thinking about it, I accidentally stumbled upon this video.
If you really want to buy something, you're going to find a way to buy it.
And I decided to give it a look, and
Wow.
turns out this sir has a whole collection of these type of videos. Things like valuation approaches,
Market mistakes. You're almost home, right? So let's get the market mistakes.
valuation basics,
Aspect of investing that always puzzles people is there are lots of investment strategies that seem to make money.
measuring risk,
Session, we want
Let's
to
check this
build on
guy
the
out because he's not even on my checklist. And usually, it's actually very interesting. Most of the legit gurus that I've seen are not even on the list. Like usually, it's always the ones that are kind of questionable. And people, I get that a lot. People say I always focus on the negative. Well, for one, that's the majority of the people on the list. Like I go through and I scan through which ones I can talk about, which ones will be easier. But like I'm not saying this guy's legit or not, because I haven't fully reviewed it. But when I see stuff like this, like there's no selling, there's no people being like, hey, let's do a day in the life, and just talking about like economics or business breakdowns. Like that to me is actually very useful. But I know it's boring because the majority of people don't watch boring. They just watch the Grand Stephans and Andrei Jikhs and stuff like that. That's what they really, you know, actually the Swaggy see. It's one of the best entertainers out there, especially when it comes to, you know, trading stuff. I understand, you know, boring. If you look at the difference, 208, he's gained like 600,000 subscribers.
concept of risk. By going from risk aversion, which is what we talked about last time.
Okay, I agree. Maybe not the most fun thing to watch, but in this case, the guy who's telling you this is exactly what I was asking for. A professor of finance at Stern School of Business at the New York University. And you know what? Sometimes the stuff you want to hear the least is the stuff that you need to hear the most. I mean, this guy's for real. His work speaks for itself. And just to get a better idea of why you should listen to him, he has a bachelor's degree in accounting, a master's degree in management, a master's degree in finance, and a PhD in finance. Just to put it in perspective, that's like 15 years of school for a regular person. And with his YouTube channel, he gives you the opportunity to study this stuff for free. That's absolutely amazing. You should definitely watch his videos if you want to understand more about stock trading.
Now, this part, I don't know if I can agree or not. I do like that he has the degrees. Now, does a degree indicate that you know what you're talking about? Not so much. I mean, a degree can say, like, you did pass a set course. Like, say you got a business degree, but you never started your own business, and the person who taught you about, your professor has never started a business of their own. Then there's some possible red flags in that. But you got some basic of a principle. So when I see stuff like this, I wish, more people would try to evaluate and see what those guys' credentials are. Not like, hey, this guy needs a degree to teach into it, but they won't get stuck like Don Vo. Don Vo, like, hey, do you have a long-term broker statement that can prove that you can handle a managed account of some sort? If he doesn't have that, then a lot of people are going to deposit their money into his account expecting to get rich because they see a few months of him doing pretty good. And now you see that his account got burned. He lost millions of dollars. He lost millions of dollars of your hard-earned money. But then he got paid to do so.
Stock market valuation, how to think about companies, or trading in general. If you're skeptical, no worries. You can just spend the $119,000 per year and have him teach you in person at the Stern Business School. Or just watch the vids, man. Seriously. 0 questions, no snake oil, pure education. Next up, we have Khoo. Now, this guy's basically like the Tony Robbins of Singapore. He's an entrepreneur, an author, a trainer, an executive chairman, Asian, human, man. The list is too long to name. But for me, he's another YouTuber who teaches stock trading strategies. And in my opinion, he's doing a pretty good job. Of course, the way I look at these videos, my experience is going to be a little bit different because I know most of the things that he's talking about. For you, I think he's doing a pretty good job explaining it simply and so that you can understand. I get the sense that he knows what he's talking about, he actually understands all the things that he's explaining, so that's pretty good. My biggest problem here is that I really like Adam's approach. The information is great, but of course, only lesson 1 is available from this stock trading course. Want to learn more? Adam's got you covered. Just buy the $800 Piranha Profit.
I do, it's kind of interesting, like, when you see the business model of YouTube, like, people will, create courses, partial, like, maybe like 1 out of 9 are free information. But if you want that 10th key information, you got to pay. I understand that doesn't make him a salesman. I mean, this is deeply discounted. Ugh, my spidey senses are going off. But you know, I haven't really exposed this guy. I'm just hearing about him. I mean, I've seen this video a couple times now, but for me to expose him and do a deep dive would take a lot of time. But just to show you guys that this guy's perspective is actually very similar to how I would break things down.
It's stock trading course. It's nothing bad. It's just the way it is. So this guy claims he was a millionaire by the age of 26. He's 46 now, so he's lived the last 20 years as a millionaire. The question just perplexes me. Why does a millionaire need to sell courses?
Exactly.
Well, I can understand why a millionaire will sell a course is to teach you how to be a millionaire, if you like to see it from their perspective. But if the business model is just to sell courses and not prove that you actually done what you did, to say, hey guys, I am a professional poker player, for example. I'm a professional poker player. I've won these tournaments. I've won this amount of money. You can see it all live. You can see me in Vegas play at the MGM or at the Luxor. Cool. I have a course in how I play poker and how you possibly can increase your edge in playing poker. Here's the course. So now you have some evidence of this guy, you know, plays poker. He's played at the tournaments. He's won these tournaments here. So he has some legitimacy to what he's saying. So maybe that his edge is working and he can teach you on this course. Like, there's got to be some proof and evidence in this stuff. And if he's just selling just to sell, because a lot of these YouTubers just sell things and not show any proof at all, then that's where a problem starts to happen, you know? Transparency is a big thing. And it's kind of like long-term broker statements. But for like a poker player, it'll be like, here's my wins, here's my consistency in the tournaments, stuff like that.
You have other businesses that bring you millions. It only makes sense if selling courses is actually the $1 million business. And perhaps he was selling some courses before YouTube, which is different. Whichever way you look at it, this course stuff is super shady. Because I'll tell you something, the greatest investors don't have the time to make YouTube videos and sell courses. You ever heard Warren Buffett sell courses? Or Peter Lynch selling courses on YouTube?
Well, and in that perspective, I do know that they do like a yearly meetup that they have to pay to meet up with these people. So it can be almost equated in the same thing. But the difference would be that when it comes to Warren Buffett, Peter Lynch, they have quarterly reports that show off all their trades, all their investments for what? For the government to actually, one, for this government compliance, and also for their investors. So there is transparency. Transparency makes this whole thing worth it. Why they go from 20 million to 14 billion. And why they don't have sell a course. I mean, if they did sell a course, would people buy it? I bet they would. Would they get value from it? Possibly. I think they would get a whole lot more value showing what they've gone through. You know, it's got to be some, you know, working with some type of transparency.
Of course not. Those guys are busy beating the market and making money, not regurgitating basic information in a different package and then putting a weird name on it and then selling it to the public. And this is not a jab at Adam. This is just to make you think twice about spending $800 on something that you can Google absolutely for free. Adam, you're a great educator, but stop selling courses. You don't need it if you're a millionaire. And Adam will get a snake oil rating of 2.
Interesting. Why he got 2? Oh my gosh. You guys remember these guys? This is crazy.
Probably seen these guys.
Raging Bull, how they got taken down. I used to see all the commercials everywhere. Raging Bull, and this guy walk out the jet, or I'm saying out of the airplane, walking out. This is how you can make money. This is how much I made trading. This is how, I'm like, wow. They spent a ton on.
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Just to share my thoughts about them. So we have Jeff Bishop and Jason Bond. Real name Jason Kovalik. And I'm just going to lump these two together because they run the same company, Raging Bull, and because they're the same person in a different body. And this company is all about flexing and sloganeering and making every single one of you rich, millionaire, profits, money. By the way, cigars on a plane, what is this, the 1970s? So these guys claim that they will make you rich, but I just want to share my 2 cents. You won't get rich, and you won't even get back the $3,000 or more you spent on their courses. Listen, I've been following this scheme for a while now, and basically they're a team of professional con artists who present themselves as trading gurus, but they only have one objective. They want to pull you into this scheme by selling you ridiculously priced, overpriced, unnecessary, questionable courses. Look, there's 7 different guys in this.
If you guys did not get that news, here's that updated thing right here. So here's a little thing that I brought up. So here's Raging Bull. Raging Bull slammed with a $137 million fraud accusation. Why Raging Bull student review, are they a scam? 137,000 scam. Like, this is some huge accusations. See, Jason Bond under investigation. Like, I think this is on like the big mainstream news right here. Raging Bull exposed. We have some major red flags about what happened to them, and this might happen to like the Swaggy C. I want to see what's going to happen with him when it comes to his prop firm, and if it's going to hit mainstream news about a famous famous actor turned YouTuber, forex trader, or an influencer, got caught up in XYZ. Hypothetically speaking.
Team of experts that they have. There used to be a woman as well, but I'll get to that in a second. And each of these experts offer multiple courses. Monday Movers, Booster Reporter, Dollar Race, Option Profit Accelerator.
I think we already know about that.
Apart from selling these overpriced, ridiculous courses. Snake oil level should be 10 here, but we can only go to 5. So all 7 of them, Kyle Dennis, Jeff Williams, Nathan Baer, Ben Sturgill, Dave Lucas, Jason Kovalik, and of course the CEO, Jeff Bishop, all of those guys should be avoided.
It's like they all fill the guru checklist. I mean, this is the type of stuff. There's so many more fake gurus than there are legit channels.
Next up we have this shady looking fellow right here. His channel is called Financial Education. Sounds promising, right? Basically, if Adam Khoo is a millionaire, an author, a public speaker, an entrepreneur, also happens to have a YouTube channel for teaching something and selling some courses, then this guy, Jeremy, is basically the discounted version, minus the entrepreneur part and everything else part. So if Adam does have some sort of background in business and, making money, then this guy seems to me like just another salesman covering up his course selling business with nice, educational, investing YouTube videos. You know what? I'll show you. This is you, and this is where you want to be. And in between,
I think we're saying the same stuff.
A line. A line that consists of patience, time, learning, mistakes, and discipline.
I mean, we can.
Now,
I already exposed this guy, I think, twice.
It's totally free. Education is snake oil at its finest, but it's not shoved in your face as much as the previous team of experts did. So snake oil rank will be at number 4.
Now, it's interesting. Like, when you look at this whole list, like, is it
Now,
that
I have one more.
is it that it's so hard to find people of education, entertainment, and people to avoid? Because if you start really, like, if you flip the script and say, hey, how entertaining are these guys' videos? Typically, the entertainment value, these guys would be paired last. Grant Stephan probably a little bit in the middle high, and these guys would probably be first. That entertainment value really draws in that audience. They really drive the YouTube ads. I mean, they make a ton of money from YouTube.
More guy on my hit list, and he's none other than Ross from Warrior Trading. This fine looking guy. His channel says, learn to trade, live your dream. And this guy offers some truly amazing knowledge about trading, such as how to set up a simple day trading station for penny stocks. Very good for beginners, right?
Definitely a big fan of keeping it simple. And
How to find the best entire and exit positions, and how to use risk management principles. He will also tell you why you need an edge, and of course all this ties into his gap and go and end of the day squeeze strategies. Now, to be totally honest with you guys, I'm not sure I want to see what this guy's end of the day squeeze looks like, but okay, I'll do it for you. It's probably under one of these links. Don't really feel like visiting his website, but you gotta do it for the video, right? So Warrior Trading, let's look at the success stories. I mean, student success stories.
Now, if you did not hear what happened to Warrior Trading, and this is why another reason why I don't bring it up, or because he's already been exposed to a point where it's very obvious. So look at this: Warrior Trading, Ross Cameron's scam and fraud review. Chris Nolan, I like his YouTube channel. He's out there in Korea. This is Warrior Trading sued for $3 million by the FTC. Like, this type of stuff, like when they start doing outlandish things and they get sued, this is the type of stuff that you guys gotta watch out for. Even Scott Schaefer made a video about him. I wonder if what's his name, CoffeeZilla, or the other big guru exposers made a video about him, because this type of stuff was huge, and this happened a few years back. So yes, I know it's hard to determine who it is, but use the checklist. And if they are passing the checklist, it's not like a Don Vogt. Don Vogt, is he transparent? Well, in a sense, he is. He live trades all the time before the destruction of the MAM account. He talked to his audience. He communicated with them. The transparency was on there. He showed off his trades. Like, a lot of people would buy into that system, but you got to dig a deeper level to see what is happening behind the curtains if you're going to actually try to buy their courses. And that would have been done with Ross Cameron. So Ross Cameron would have got a lot of people to sign up, and take that L a lot longer. Ooh.
Of course, some articles. Not like a real, unedited, unfiltered comment section where people can leave their feedback. Just a couple of pre-made articles, vague statements about success, with no actual proof. I'm not buying it. But I get the idea. Just set up a couple screens behind you, just like I have here, and you look professional. Somebody's got to believe it, right?
Yep.
Educational programs, courses, of course. How surprising. Although I'm not really sure I want to take some course from a guy who has basic spelling mistakes, and as far as I know, he's a native speaker. So I can become a Warrior Starter or a Warrior Pro. The Starter is $999 per year, and the Pro is $6,000 for 1 year's access.
$6,000. That is crazy. Like, you start really thinking about, like, they're selling a $6,000 course, maybe it's worth the value, but then you have to see, is with his audience size at the time, or even now, when he's selling it for that high ticket item, is it the business of selling courses, or is it the business actually helping traders make more money, or pitching them as, I think, was it possible exit liquidity, that when they enter, I think something was said about that. Don't hold me down to the fire about that, but I think they were talking about Ross Cameron was doing that, but we'll see.
I tell you, listen, I'm done with this video. This is the biggest waste of time you could ever imagine. All these courses, they're simply ridiculous. How come a PhD finance teacher can teach you for free on YouTube, and this yogi is charging you $6,000 for some snake oil? That's just beyond me. It's a 5. Do not waste your time.
Wow.
I really don't want you to think that I'm anti-courses or anti-learning or anti-teaching, so I did my best to find the perfect guy to close this video with. I had 2 prerequisites. I wanted someone that does sell courses, and I want someone who's qualified to sell them. And I found this channel, Value Investing with Swen Carlin, PhD, just like Oswald over there. Now, some of the key details about this guy. His PhD was for creating a risk model for investing in emerging markets. He's been investing since 2002. He's been an assistant finance professor at the Amsterdam School of Business. And by the way, also, he's been a researcher at Bloomberg. And this guy, surprisingly, does offer some courses. It costs $422 to apply for his stock market research platform. That's per year. In a nutshell, an in-depth stock analysis focused on where others don't look. You can get full access to his portfolios, his analysis. I mean, his YouTube channel is simply amazing. I've been watching his videos for a while now, actually. I just didn't know that he also sells courses. So that was quite surprising, but to be honest, if you want to buy a course, if the money is like pressure in your pocket, if you have nowhere to spend it, and you simply want to buy some trading course to make you feel better about it, this guy, Swen Carlin, is who you should buy it from. Just think about it. It costs $60 more compared to Ricky's course, who's basically like day trading millionaire, Arizona's millionaire, the straight up flexing YouTuber. This guy's for real, he's a PhD, you should definitely listen to him. He's going together with Oswald in the educational section and a snake oil ranking of 0. So take a look at the chart, guys. I don't know any of these guys. This is just my opinion, and maybe I'm wrong on them. Who knows? But
yeah, I mean, so far a lot of it I agree. I would put Stephan a little bit lower. He is definitely more entertainment, and I would take Rayner a little bit lower. But I think it's a really good list. I mean, I like how he breaks down things to show traders what to avoid, some of the red flags. You know, selling course is not always a red flag. It's just how they're justifying it, or the paid Discord. I mean, getting into a paid Discord is hard to prove too, and I understand like people be paying what $50, $200 a month just to get into a paid Discord and find out that the Discord is inactive. Like that type of stuff gets hopping, and you know you gotta try to get a refund, and I understand getting a refund is very difficult. Swaggy C so far has not been giving any refunds out there, and he ran with the bag. It's just how it is, man. I know it sucks out there, but I think so you gotta try out the free avenues as much as possible, like the Forex.com, Investopedia, and also Baby Pips. Try out those things. In my opinion, I would try those things out first prior to buying like a Ricky Gutierrez's course, or like we just go through the list before close out. Give me a second. Here, let's go through the list real quick, and like just check it out. Like that's why I made the checklist. You can use the checklist to see if it's even worth your time to follow these traders, because you start going through it. I mean, like a lot of these guys fail pretty easily. Like Lewis Kelly. I mean, this was actually a funny one because Kelly OG was Esther Moffrey, Jasmine FX. We got the famous Doppo Willis, Swaggy C. You got Sully's Trades. Like you start going through these things, and they all indicate very similar tactics. I have to redo when it comes to Clear Valley Tax. Apparently, he's been deleting videos, and I was told that he was, not so legit. So maybe I messed up. So I'm gonna do more research to figure out if I did find a error in my judgment. Figure that out, because I'm always open to be incorrect. You know, if I'm wrong, I understand. Maybe my research was incorrect. But we start going through. I mean, like Juviar Gym, Scam Alert. Like we start figuring out these a lot of these guys. I mean, out of that list, there's only a few that are legit. Trader Nick is look good. Lady Trader, no. Some of the prop firms. I mean, there's a lot of things that people completely get stomped on. I don't want to, like, Trader Tom's legit. Peter Schiff, man, legit. Like, these guys actually report their stuff, and yeah, I know they're boring. I mean, Peter Schiff's one of my favorite YouTubers, podcasters, but I would say if I had to, like, to judge him, he's a lot more boring than the swag you see. I like his stuff. I can watch stuff all the time, but I just know that sometimes it's entertaining. Like the Humble Trader, stuff like that. Like people say she's very transparent. I just don't see it. But that's my analysis, guys. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. I don't want to make the stream too long. I actually went through a whole video of it. So I'm going to hang around for a few more moments. If anyone you want me to expose or add to the list, let me know. And besides that, I'm going to let you go. Okay, guys? So just let me know who you guys want to add to the list for the people who are live. And if you're not live, guys, just drop it in the comment section below. I'll try to add it to the list. The list is really big. I'm trying to do 2 videos a day like I did earlier. I did 1 video on Don Vo. And like this right here, like it takes so long, but I'm trying to get to it and also break it down. Because there's a lot of research it takes to go through these people. And once again, guys, check out my latest video on Don Vo. Don Vo, this is the impact of his return. And Don Vo exposed the fake guru playbook for scamming followers again. I think he's going to be doing it again, and if he starts that MAM or PAM account, it may be a quick and easy movement for him to make a very big bag. But that's it, guys. Thank you for rocking with me for about, what is it, like 45 minutes-ish? I'll see you guys on tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow I will have some new stuff. I'll have the Dapo Willis clip, and we will have fun, guys. Thank you so much. Peace.